someone, I had someone named, oh, she left. Okay. I have Aradhana, and Summer and Pinaz. Hi, Pinaz. How are you?
Hi, good. Thank you so much, Armin. How are you?
Good, good, good. We're just doing a quick round of introduction. So giving you
Okay.
30 seconds to introduce your brand.
Okay. So should
Go
I
for
go?
it, Pinaz. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Hi. Hi, everyone. I'm Pinaz. I'm the founder of Dazzling Designs with Pinaz. We deal in customized and personalized gifting items. And our main USP is we cater to you and your ideas, and we bring your concepts to life. So that's what we do in a short gist of it.
Amazing. Thank you for that. Pinaz, if you can just rename yourself with your name, you have your name, but just add your brand name as well, just as I have done and Yara has done. So Armin, founder of It's Survey, Yara, founder of Usfur. Just if you
Okay,
can do
let
that,
me
and we'll still,
see
yeah,
whether how to do it.
yeah.
So how do I
I
do
also
that?
request, I'll do it for you.
Okay.
I'll do it for you. Don't worry. Just give me a sec. I want to do a quick round and then we'll dive right into the session. Before that, for those women who are logged in from their phones or, tablets, I would request you to keep it somewhere, place it somewhere so that you have your hands free and then you can take notes or scribble, because there's going to be a lot of thinking and, a few exercises that will happen as well. It's an interactive session. It's a learning session. It's an immersive one. So as many distractions, if you can avoid them, it would be really helpful. Aradhana, why don't you go and introduce yourself? After that, Summer, and then Sumbul can go. Yeah, quickly, 30 seconds.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Aradhana. I'm the founder of Ilanjali. Basically, Ilanjali is an offering to Mother Earth. That's what it means. And the idea being basically I crochet, all my pieces are handmade and crocheted by me, and looking towards sustainability, therefore, an offering to Mother Earth. So I use the highest quality material, customized for color, shape, size, and I make a whole lot of stuff. There's a whole range that I do. Thank you. You're on mute, Armin.
Yeah, I was saying, Summer, do you want to go for it if you're able to, or we just move to Sumbul and then Summer? Okay, she's unmuted.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Samar. I'm the owner of Serendipity Ladies Salon in Box Park. I'm sorry I cannot engage more because I have clients and I'm handling the reception today. But it's lovely to see and meet all of you. I'll try to be with you as much as I can. Thank you.
Sumbul, next. Thanks, Summer. We know you're there in heart and in soul always. Yes,
Hello.
Sumbul.
My name is Sumbul. I'm from Catchy Canvas. Catchy Canvas is a personalized, customized gift. We cater all individual, each and every, big, small, in spite of age or any of the thing. We don't only handmade the stuff, we handcraft your requirement and present the gift which can form a beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you for the introduction, Summer. Thank you. I did see 2 more people join and then they bounced out. So we'll continue. This session is recorded, so you will get a recording of this after it. But again, I really, really request or recommend rather you to be highly engaged and involved in the session so that you can get the maximum value from it, because it's going to be a lot of thinking for you, right? So everybody has their notebooks, and as much as you can, please keep your cameras on so I can see your aha moments as well, and then we have a better, more engaging session. All right, should we kick it off, start? And are we all ready?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so show me a thumbs up, ladies.
Yeah.
All right, great. Okay, so the topic that I have chosen, or I have been told to speak about by our members and a lot of other individuals that I have individually interacted with, is this: should I stop or start marketing? There are two stages or two different thought processes that people have. Am I spending the right money? Am I doing the right channel selection? Am I actually speaking to the right people? Are the influencers that I've chosen the right people for me? And lots of questions. At some point in your journey, you will always doubt the money and time you've spent on your marketing. And that is not because of the people you've interacted with, but somewhere in your journey as an entrepreneur, it also comes down to how you perceive and see marketing. So let's demystify that for a bit and just start with that. I want you all to do a quick exercise. Let's begin with talking about two things. Now, ladies, I want you all to be interactive here and just be as honest as you can. We are all startups. We are all in journeys at different levels. If we are transparent, and if I request each one of you all to not, if anything is shared which is sensitive information, just keep it within this group. And I'll switch off the recording for this bit because I want you all to share and engage in a more authentic manner and also talk about it in the real aspects. Everybody has challenges and has plus points in their business, but when we talk, we find solutions together. So I'm going to switch off the recording or pause it for now. And I'd like you all to just talk about these two aspects in an as candid manner as possible. How much are you currently making a month? Just a top line figure. That's your revenue. That's your income on an average. And how much are you spending on marketing every month? These are the two questions. And if anybody wants to jump in and answer that question first. Ooh, awkward silence. Okay, I'll go. So what I'm making every month, I will take one division of my business. It's Surveys, memberships, and one revenue stream. I am making about $5,000 a month. For $5,000 is what? 20,000 dirhams approximately a month from the memberships. That's one revenue stream, right? When I say revenue stream, does everybody understand what revenue streams are? Can I get a nod? Yeah. If anybody wants me to clarify that, I'm happy to clarify. So just in one line, revenue streams are the types of income that you're making. So at It's Her Way, only It's Her Way as a business, we have three revenue streams. We have memberships, new members and existing members, and just memberships. We have e-commerce sales, and we have events. These are the three revenue streams mainly that the business of It's Her Way brings into the table. So your revenue stream, total a month, how much are you making on an average? Just an average. So I said for my revenue stream, I'm making about 20,000 dirhams a month, one of them. Anybody wants to jump in?
Hi, Armin.
Hi.
I'm an average of 80,000 a month.
Okay, that's great. Thanks for sharing. Yara?
And how much am I spending on marketing? You want to know? Or you tell me?
Yeah. By the way,
I'm spending between 5 and 7, maybe 8 a month.
Okay.
Because it covers the marketing and it covers also the ads that we do, like Google ads and Instagram ads. Yes. So around
Amazing.
80, and 8 of them is more or less for marketing.
So that's around 10%, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
for one of our revenue streams, because we also have a couple of revenue streams, we are making around 30k dirhams a month. And in terms of marketing, I would say also around 10%, very minimal. And that's, actually this year we're starting to invest more. So that's why I felt this workshop can be timely in terms of figuring out how much should we spend on that. Okay,
amazing. So that's amazing. And you've been doing business for 6 years. Summer, you're almost in for 2 years onwards, right? 2 years and 1 month now. So 24 months. And Yara, you're about 6 years. Okay, so I didn't talk about my marketing, right? So I'm going to share my number as well. For the specific revenue stream of 20,000 dirhams a month, I spend about 5,000 dirhams in marketing. 1/4, that's 25%. And I'll go deeper into that because there are rationales and reasons for it. So nothing is right or wrong, but I just want to know from the rest of you. Sumbul, do you want to give me a number? Pinaz, Aradhana?
Yes, Armin, I will give you numbers as my business is a customization.
Recording again. Quickly share my screen and move on to the next bit. Ladies, do you want to share anything now? What you feel? Is that making sense? The percentages and the ratios? We're all in the same space. It's just about how much we earn versus how much we spend, right? Now let's look a little deeper into where are we spending? Where are we spending? If we have to put a number, I think I will want Samar and Yara to once again start this conversation because you probably are having a mix of channels. If you have to put that amount on monthly marketing, where are you spending? Have you all seen this funnel? Are you all aware of this funnel? The IDA model. Is anyone aware of it?
No.
Does it? Okay. Okay, great. IDA funnel is much like any consumer journey, and this applies to all sorts of businesses, be it a small micro business, be it a home-based business, be it a freelancer, be it a massive company, and an individual conglomerate running it. Millions of dollars versus hundreds of dollars. They all have to follow through or have to be conscious of this. Now, what I'd like you to pay attention on are the two columns on the right. What forms of marketing are you using at each stage? Awareness or attention is the first stage. We call it the top of the funnel. That's when you've seen an ad, you've heard of someone, you've kind of interacted with someone, you've understood someone. So that's the awareness, right? There is no transaction or market or purchase that happens there. Now, what does that awareness do and how does awareness look? How do you create awareness? Through traditional channels, you will create awareness through directories, listings, trade shows, telemarketing. So directories, listings, memberships, networks, somewhere kind of are there, right? Traditional listings, trade shows, telemarketing. On the other side, on the digital front, your websites, your social media, your blogs, all of that is on top of the funnel. These two areas are called awareness driving channels or top of the funnel channels. There is no transaction that happens there. There is just awareness that happens there, right? So if you were to just write down how many channels on the top of the funnel are you using individually or spending on rather? 1, 2. Just write that down. And if you want to unmute yourself, tell me about those channels, because then I'll have a better interaction. Pinaz, you want to go? Which one are you using? Which ones traditionally or internet and digital are you using?
Can you hear me? Am I not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
I just lost my video for some reason, but that's okay.
No
So the traditional ones are, I do networking meetings. I don't have a website, so it's a way. It's mostly networking meetings, word of mouth, through friend circle, friends referring each other, networking platforms referring each other. That's about it. And the internet or the digital, it's a way, Facebook and Instagram, and that's
okay. So just write these down. So pretty much you're just on top of the funnel, if I have to say. Let's say you're just pretty on top of the funnel. Yara, what about you?
Yes, I'm spending on ads and I would say events or shows and influencer marketing sometimes in terms of gifting, etc.
Okay. So where else are you? Are you only on the top of the funnel, or are you somewhere in the interest space, the desire space,
more
or
action conversion, because the brand has been running. We already have our community and platform, so we're quite known in that space in terms of awareness. It's not a brand new product or brand, but more into, you know, shedding light on a new collection, pushing certain products, etc.
So if we have to look at the traditional column, ladies, we might not have a sales team. We might just have ourselves. So instead of the salesman, it is us, right? It is us as business owners who are doing the sales runs. So just to give you perspective, so if I have to ask you once again, Yara, are you doing all the pieces of the funnel, or are you doing some more versus some less?
Yeah,
Okay.
For me, yes, I'm doing everything from top to bottom.
I was saying I just need to look at the model again, because I'm not sure we're doing all the bits and pieces of the model, but I can't seem to see it. 1 second. Yes, I mean, in terms of digital marketing, we're talking, right? A bit of both, I would say. So also trade shows and events. And also we're pitching to clients. So whenever we have a new lookbook or a new collection, we're doing a little bit of that, which I consider cold calling, I guess. So more traditional. And then digital. Yes, so digital in terms of visitor to the website and social media, email marketing, etc. So maybe a mix of
so you're doing
a little bit of,
you're doing a mix of a little bit of all, and that's because you've got that funnel and you have people at every stage already.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes,
brilliant.
I guess.
Brilliant. And that's a very interesting point to make, is where we've identified our customer lies is very important, because we need to bring that customer who knows about us to be interested in us, and who's interested in us to desire us, and who's desiring us to purchase from us at the end of the day, right? So it needs to be that. Now, today's day and age is too vast when it comes to communication channels, when it comes to just everything. Like there are 10 people providing the same product or service in your closed network as well. How do you cut through the clutter? We'll get to that. And obviously by being more effective, we'll get to that a bit. I want to ask Samar. Sumbul, I know you're not looking at the funnel. So I just like the ones who haven't really spent a lot on marketing. I just want you all to absorb it, because eventually you will, and I hope you will on a faster level. But you can learn from the ones who are already doing it. Samar, what about you? Where is your funnel at in your opinion?
Hi, Armin. I have been on and off, not with you all the time, but I think it's in the interest. And honestly, this funnel, you should also consider marketing for like the attention, all the events that you go to, you pay to go to events.
Of course.
So this has to go into the attention. This is where you get the attention. Let's say I go to an event and I attract attention. I pick their interest because in that event, I may be presenting like discount cards or something. So all this has to go into marketing, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I would be in the interest for, I'm not sure, desire maybe.
Desire would be for you because you own a beauty salon, and desire would be interest and desire at that stage for you would be actually someone who's inquiring about your services would come in interest, who's just inquired. There's no strings attached. Desire would be someone who's probably looking to book an appointment or looking at an offer on your page or your website, or left their email details somewhere, or liked your page, interacted with your done an passive action. Yes,
it happens a lot. It happens a lot on Instagram. I think it's due to Instagram boosts that we do, which is also part of marketing, that we receive so many inquiries for people desiring to visit us for certain services.
So we show more people the visibility for you. They are interested. Some of them are interested. Then some of them actually act on it, and not this action, that's the transaction bit, but desire it and inquire about it. So it kind of goes into level 2 and 3 for you, because you're spending a certain amount to get more visibility, reach more people, get more awareness. That's great.
But
That's
also,
great.
I have a question.
Yes, Yara.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I was wondering, shouldn't we all also always kind of be in that attention interest phase, because we constantly want to attract more customers, attract more visibility. So even for someone that's been running for a couple of years, I feel like for me it's also very interesting to know, how can I attract even more attention? How can I tap into new markets, generate more interest, etc. So I guess maybe, I don't know where we should be technically. I'm just wondering.
So there are 2 factors to this, and that's an amazing question. That's a very interesting question. I'm sure all of you all would be thinking about that. How do I know what's the identification process? There are 2 factors to it. One is your affordability, of course. How much can you afford to spend on awareness? Affordability.
Yes.
The budget you have,
marketing
right?
spend. Yeah.
Yes. Overall business affordability also. Apart from that, your time that you want to give to that, and the conversion rate. So the effectiveness, so affordability, which also could be time affordability and money affordability. And the other one is, how fast are you converting at each stage? So there are different industries that convert faster at different stages of this consumer funnel.
And how do we know if we're converting fast enough? Like, what's the best way to assess and evaluate this?
Give me a product category that you want me to talk about.
For example, I'm selling fashion jewelry, accessories, gifts.
Fashion jewelry, accessories, and gifts. They are all 3 different types of consumer journeys.
Okay, let's say fashion jewelries.
Yeah. So fashion jewelry, it's jewelry which is probably mid-segment pricing. It's not high-end, right?
I have both, actually. I have 2 lines, fashion and fine. So whatever you feel, I mean, both are relevant to me. So let's say fashion jewelry for now.
Yeah. Perfect. So I'll tell you why I'm asking this question further down, right, to you, because the person who will buy your jewelry, which is at a range of less than 200 dirhams, will not be the same person who buys the jewelry for you at 2,000 dirhams. Essentially, their profiles are different. And how they buy or consider you will also be different. That's why the consumer's journey is unique and different for each consumer. So to your point, you have to bring all of these people, the one who will buy of 200 and the one who will buy at 2,000, into your attention sphere. But not necessarily all of them will go into your interest, desire, and action. They will trickle down and they will get filtered. So your conversion rate needs to be at the end. How many people who are following you on Facebook have actually bought from you, right? That would be probably a single-digit number, or even less than a single-digit number for all of you, for each one of you, including its survey. How many people who's following us on Instagram, Facebook, or social channels are actually our end user or consumer? We are all giving them awareness, or they're there in our awareness funnel. How have we driven them further down so that they can make a purchase, right? The conversion rate will be impacted when you look at someone who's on top. How long has it taken them to come down, and how much have they come down? Meaning, how much have they paid when they came down? Am I making sense? Any questions coming to your mind right now? Please feel free to ask me, because that will give more clarity to you. So let's say 12,000 dirhams a year have been made by Pinaz, and on an average, that would be 10 customers. So 10 customers divided by 12,000, average of 120 dirhams per customer she has made, right?
Yeah.
Where has she made those customers? How many customers have come from a certain channel versus a certain other channel? So when we make our marketing plan or effectiveness plan, it's important for us to look at that. Pinaz, you will be able to identify this. If we just draw this for ourselves and we put down the number, we say the number of people, 12 conversions, 12 people acted or purchased from me in the last year. They purchased at an average of 120 dirhams, because 120 divided by 10, right?
Correct.
That's your conversion. So you have
Okay.
what kind of a percentage of conversion? Essentially a 1%, right? And majority, where did majority of those 12 people come from? What would be your answer, or what would, I know you might not have the answer right about now, but what is your gut
No, I
feeling
have
telling
the
you?
answer very much, Armin. Most of them are from my networking groups and from Instagram, actually.
No, I don't think that would be the correct thing. I think you need to probably look back and say, have they been in my networking group first and then they were on my Instagram, or first on Instagram, then networking? I'll tell you why that makes a difference. It's because, yeah, it's for you to think about, but this is, see, ladies, this is a constant exercise. For some of you, this must be your first time, to see any of these fundamentals or principles. But it's very important for you to absorb it and try to consciously work on getting to the perfect, getting your learning curve up as well, because you need to know these numbers. So Pinaz, I need you to just work back on your analysis of this. And believe me, I know where the numbers would come from for you, because obviously with experience, I can tell. Is it the networking where you've interacted with people on a one-on-one and then they have followed you and purchased from you? That's higher? Or is it someone who doesn't know you at all? Yes. So it's not social media.
No.
Majority, yeah. You see what I'm getting at? Yeah. We most often consider our social media channels valuable to us because we find thousands of people who are following us. But let me tell you, visibility is very less. Unless you pay, unless you boost, unless you promote, social media will not do anything for you. It will just do a little bit of awareness for you. It is primarily an awareness channel, ladies. It is nothing but an awareness channel. And for you, you might feel that it's doing more. But trust me, if you look deeper, it's only vanity. It's only your ego that's being boosted by the number of followers you're getting every day. It's not really making your bank grow higher, or your bank account, or your bank having more money in it. Just being very simple about it. Yeah, it doesn't happen. You have to have that very, very well ingrained consciousness in your thought process for marketing. They are only awareness channels, right? Any thoughts that you want to share, ladies, as of now? Can I move on to the next step?
Yep.
Armin,
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask one thing. So in the traditional, under the traditional form, it says cold calling, presentation, sales handouts. I sometimes in the past I've actually, and you know it, I've actually handed out stuff made by me, which are those, face wipes or whatever. But I did it 3 or 4 times in networking groups, but it honestly did not bring back anything. And then I stopped.
It won't.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Then
won't.
stopped. Yeah. So
do you know why?
No, that's what I wanted to ask you.
It's coming in the next slide. It's going to be an aha moment for you.
Right.
because as I said, and I hinted it on this, ladies, because 10,000 people like you, I'm throwing a number, right? But there are many people like you doing the same thing and doing it again and again, right? So you're not cutting through the clutter by doing it only 3 times. You see where I'm going? Only 3 times. You've not cut through the clutter. And I'll share these slides with you, ladies, so that you all can absorb and try to make your scribbles on this. But the consumer journey is essentially your sales funnel, your marketing funnel. It's the same. We need to bring people all the way down. And why is it like a triangle inverted? Because the more, it keeps on going smaller and smaller. The number keeps on going smaller and smaller as we go down, as we go further down. And sampling is a way of awareness, yes, because you're handing out something. It kind of gets interest also. It kind of goes in both, but it depends on how you follow through and bring them further down into the funnel. Right? In your example, in your wipes journey. So now this is the slide that will give you an understanding of why some of the things you all are doing have not worked. The average number of times your ideal customer needs to interact and engage with your brand before they make a purchase, not you, sorry, before you, or actually it makes sense when you're saying you also, because even you as an individual customer will not buy from somebody just because they've given you a sample, right? You will buy from them if you feel more connected with them, if you feel that their purpose aligns with yours, or if you feel that you want to encourage them on an emotional level. Many other feelings are part of it. It's always the number of times. And in marketing terms, we call this frequency.
Is that a real number?
So
like that's how many times it takes actually? Wow, that's crazy. Regardless of the industry or the product, or that's for a specific
regardless
industry? Oh wow.
Regardless.
Yeah, that's a lot of times.
This is your frequency. Yes.
Yeah.
This is your frequency. So when you
can I add something regarding this?
Sure.
I know from personal experience, when I'm online on any platform and I see an ad for a dress, I skip the first time. I ignore the second time. But I don't know if they are 17. I'm going to count from now on. But it takes me seeing it a few times. And then at one point, I unconsciously buy this thing or, So I think I'm going to start counting.
You do that and you tell me where your number is. So
yes,
there is a science behind. Yes. Go for it.
Can I say also, can I add, sorry, because I know also from experience, they say in retail, for example, it takes for a product to convert. So if we are reaching around 1,000, 1% of them would convert. I know that's very low, but that's also on average. So I don't know if that's also realistic in terms of numbers to you. I was wondering if you think that's correct.
Yes, it is. It's actually correct. Even in Pinaz's example, right? We spoke about she's made 12,000 dirhams worth of sale and she has had 12 customers, right?
Yeah.
And that's 1% as well, Yara.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it doesn't matter the industry. It doesn't matter. It's just the science of numbers. When it comes to these numbers, it feels very scientific, right? And it is very scientific. If you have interacted with one individual who is your target audience, yes. If you're going to be a salon, I'm going to talk to a man, maybe you need to do it 36 times for him to drive his wife to your salon, right? But if you're talking to a woman who is in your target profile and who is correct, who would buy from you, and you need to look at that from your data, and we'll go to that in a bit, but it is an average of 17 times.
Yeah.
And in your conscious mind, you might not be able to track 17 times, but subliminally also, if you're on one channel, that interaction would be an average of 10 times because that's the maximum frequency you can retarget an individual. So Samar, to your point, if you're on Instagram, you've seen a brand and you'll see it 10 more times or average of 7 times more. The other 10 times will be complemented with other channels that you're on. So it's going to be like following you like a mysterious Sherlock Holmes of sorts. So that's consumer behavior mapping, right? So it is an average of 7 times, but not the same channel. Not the same place. All right. Any questions over here, ladies? I know it's a little, I would say.
So I was just wondering,
yes.
what would you suggest we do in terms of maximizing our effectiveness and making sure that we are reaching the right people and having them convert eventually?
That's a long scientific process, but you have to start right. And the starting makes all the difference. If you start right, the effectiveness increases at all levels. And I'll come to that in a bit, Yara. Okay. Yes, Aradhana.
Yeah. Armin, when we start right at the top, it's the awareness, right? And you're saying 17 times is the average, which means a lot of interaction, a lot of visibility, a lot of being present at various places where you can make yourself and your product visible. Now, for somebody who's done making all her products, it's a lot of time going in there, So is there any other way out?
Look, for each consumer, each category, it would be different. If you're saying it takes a lot of time for you to make the products and then go be present at that, at those places. Why don't you take your wool, your knitting, your yarn and your crochet needle, and while you're at a networking session, start doing it.
Yeah,
Multitask.
great idea. I shall do that hereafter.
Yeah, and then people will be like, what is this woman doing? Why is she? That's going to leave an impression. That's going to leave an impression as well, right? The one who was, yeah.
Absolutely.
Do that.
Thank you.
Crochet everywhere.
Thank you.
Yeah. These are the things that you want to kind of hone your brand and be the brand, represent the brand in the most authentic manner. Like for people who know me, they know I live the brand. I live the brand to the color, to the T. Now Summer will jump in and say something. And to every aspect. My being or sense of identity is, my brand. And a lot of people see that. So it is how you want to represent yourself as your brand as well. It really matters, and it kind of reduces the journey for your end user and consumer as well. It also brings a relatability to you. And yes, it also, for you, Yara, if you're talking about, top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel, branding is important, because then the recall value increases as well. Passive branding, not only active, but passive branding. So if we look at this funnel, ladies, it's interesting to see, isn't it, that the further down we go, the easier it gets, and the lower the interaction is for your consumer to buy from you. And why would you think that is? Is there any hack we see in these numbers and the funnel?
Because by then, that person right at the bottom has actually interacted with you many more times through each stage. So it's not just the initial 17. It would be eventually,
a lot.
Let's say another 10, 12 times. So it's the interaction.
Yes, but it is the total number of 17 interactions. If the brand has not, if the consumer or customer has not ignored you before the 17 times they interact with you, then you might get a purchase from them. That's the idea. So an average of 12 to 17 times still does not guarantee your sale, ladies. It does not. The probability, this is the number of probability. Now the effectiveness comes in at each of this stage. So when you have less money, where would you want to target people? Which part of the funnel would you want to be targeting?
Awareness, I guess. It starts from the beginning.
When you have less money?
No.
Okay.
But conversion, or maybe at the last stage. That's the
what
thing.
Do you think?
I'm not sure. For me, would it be easier to attract a new customer, for example, and then have them go through the funnel directly, or would I be better off engaging with a repeat customer and direct them? Like
Habibti, Yara, I feel your pain.
Right?
I feel your pain.
Know.
Not the confusion, but I feel your pain, because you're spending money and you don't know where they're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Armin, I would think it would be the interest and desire area. So if you can generate that, more people are likely to take action on it, and then it boils down to the cost. So if it fits in well with them, then invariably they will go for it.
And how would you know someone is interested or desiring something you are wanting to sell?
Desire, I think, Armin, come with the scenario also. For example, when the festivity is around, we know what people will be looking for. So we can approach that segment. For example, handmade people, they look for the occasions, like Teacher Day.
Gifting, yes.
Back to school is about to come. So lots of gifts will be distributed. So that section is where we can hit where the desire of the people will be to gift when the start of the school will be there. Similarly, it will be there.
Sorry, say that again.
Occasions will be there month by month where we can hit the desired people. who will be looking for that particular thing for that particular occasion. This is especially, I think it's go with all the markets.
Absolutely. You're right. And this is one of the main factors that will help you identify your target audience who will most easily and most conveniently buy from you. It's called seasonality. And UAE is one of the highest seasonality-based markets and economy. UAE's seasonality is so amazing, so interesting, and so mixed because we have so many cultures here. You have so many different opportunities. But as small business owners, we fail to capitalize because we fail to plan. We are doing last minute things. That's why we miss the boat most of the time. I'd like you all to think a little bit more on where, right? Where can I find people who will buy more quickly from me? And this is an exercise you will need to do on your own, but just write that question. Where can I find people or customers who will buy more quickly from me? And write them down. It's pop-ups, markets, jewelry stores, events, speaking opportunities. Where will I find people or my ideal target customer? Where? And definitely not on social media. Directly. They might be in your awareness funnel. And we'll talk a little bit more about awareness when we look at the role of each channel and each category later on, but that's not what I'm covering here, because the objective of this presentation or the workshop is, should I stop or spend on marketing, right? So stop if you're spending where you don't see things coming in. And for you, Yara, I would say stop awareness driving marketing at this minute. If you've been running your business for 6 years, you have enough and more of a customer base to retarget them.
To focus on them and retarget. Okay, that's what you advise. Okay, amazing. Okay.
Top line, just top line, without knowing a little more about your brand and business, just top line. This is where I see your most effective marketing would come from.
Okay, and then if I want to target new customers, go through the same cycle of targeting them, their network, their friends, right?
Yes.
Okay.
To be more effective.
Yeah.
ROTI,
Okay.
return on time invested, or ROI, as we say, right?
True.
Okay, so next, who is your customer? Now we've seen, right? Top of the funnel, bottom of the funnel, middle of the funnel. We need to engage with them multiple times. One time is nothing. It's better you don't go that one time. If you're going only once or you're going only twice to some meetup or event, you have to consistently be there. Even for networking, consistency is key. For marketing, consistency is key, because consistency breeds frequency, and frequency breeds action and interest. Without consistency, which is frequency, you will not be able to change someone's behavior, right? We don't change our behavior also. Once we go to, if we've gone to the gym once, if we haven't paid up for the membership, you know, I don't want to give the gym example, I take that back, but we will not do something only once from the first interaction with anyone. We will not buy in to that person unless we are already looking for it. Now, this is a psyche that I want you all to understand. If someone has come to your pop-up or someone has come to your shop and has immediately bought something in 5 minutes time, that has happened for most people, I'm sure, in their own journeys. Why would they do that? Do you think it's because of you and because of what you have shown them?
It's because of need.
It's because of need, exactly. And it's because of the fact that they are already looking for something like what you have to offer. And you've just come at the right place at the right time, and bam, it's done. Right? So there's another thing. Where they are looking is where you should be. Right? In as simple terms as we can. So who's your customer? How many times do you speak, engage, and interact with this customer in your existing customer base? Sumbul, how many times have you interacted, said hi, sent something, sent some promotional message or a greeting message to your existing customers who have bought from you maybe a year ago?
I often does, because as you know, Armi, that I have some apprehensions due to which I cannot do open marketing. I have my limitations, and those limitations are very small. I cannot go out of that frame. So for me, yes, I have that channel, and as I have been into marketing and corporate, so it's like going back to the same customer is the key for us.
Exactly.
They
Going
work,
back to the same.
they work as a referral, they work as they grow strong as our base. So yes, going back time to time is very important for me to keep going with the business.
Yeah, but then keep that number in mind. Yeah, you have to go back to them an average of 17 times. That's when they repurchase from you again. That's the thing.
We know the needs of those customers, when they will need us and how they will need us. So it gets easier with the existing customer rather than building a new customer. Because we already know when to hit the iron over there.
Exactly. And for you specifically as a seasonality based business, right? For you, for Pinaz, for Aradhna at some level, as
May
a
I add something,
seasonality based
Armin?
business. Yes, please.
Regarding the 17 times, well, of course, people need to see, you said in more than one channel. So I don't know, but if you show up in a pop-up, that's one channel. And then you meet them in another event. And then you meet them online for another networking event. So this is how you should add all these for 17 and not call them 17 times or they will kill you.
Of course, yes. This is why we have to know the role of each channel that we use as a brand. And not all channels are something that would make our brand more effective or more visible, right? So the role of channels is important to identify, and what we should do on each of those channels is also important to identify, so that we are not too intrusive to our target audience, and then they feel like, no, I'm backing off, I don't want to interact, or I'll unfollow, or I'll put their emailers on spam, and so on and so forth. So we need to be very specific about the roles of channels that we're using, and then make sure that we are not in that space of intrusion as well, but doing it more relevantly, I would say. So just these questions are some things that you need to identify, ladies. Spend 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes right now, and write these down. Answer these questions and let's discuss it. Yara had to jump off because she has another session or a meeting, she said. So I just want to let you all know she sent a message on the chat. Who is your customer? How many times do you interact? So who's your customer? If you have a name, a description, a short line that describes your ideal customer, write that down. How many times do you speak and engage or interact with this customer? An average number. And then, where do you think are they spending most of their time? Just generally, their day in a life. What do they come to you for? So once you write this question down, who is your customer? How many times have you interacted with them? Where do they spend most of their time? Then you go into what did they come to you for? And the last one, why would they come to you and not your competitor? I'm going to go here because you would still be writing this. Just let me know when you want to go to the next page, yeah? Take 5 minutes and do this self-reflection. Pinaz, are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah, I'm
writing this
fine.
down?
I'm absolutely, yeah, I'm writing it down. I'm just
Great.
reflecting.
Awesome.
Actually, quite frankly, I think that's where my issue comes, that I forget to reconnect with my customers, you know. So I think that's where I need to pay more attention.
You know, as entrepreneurs, there's so much that we do in a day. We forget what we should be doing or what we should be doing more of. It's okay, it's fine. But these learning sessions, these workshops, these networking sessions, these initiatives which It's Her Way is consciously doing, truly will bring you back to your ground, or will you bring you back to prioritizing things, realigning things. It's a natural way to digress. It's a natural human behavior to digress. But when you get back, that's when you feel more energetic. Oh yes, I should do this. Oh yes, I love giving all of my members aha moments, because that's going to recharge you for doing things differently.
True.
So should we go to the next page? Are we ready? Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Next page is those 3 questions. Where do they spend most of their time? Not yours, not interacting with your brand or your category, but just generally, where do you think they're spending most of their time? Imagine a day in their life. What do they come to you for? And even if you don't have an ideal customer in mind, make one up. Make one up. Imagine one. Imagine your ideal customer. Where do they most spend their time is sort of, I think it's a little broad. Maybe you talk about what are their hobbies in the realm of the hobby brands, like the gifting brands. What are their hobbies, right? And for those who are who have a generic customer base, could talk about where do they spend their time most, because then that is a profile, that is a demographic profile that is coming about. Do we know what is a demographic and a psychographic? Yeah, sorry, Pinaz.
Sorry, but I mean, how do I know what my customer is really looking for? Sorry, I don't know whether that's a dumb question. I mean, what are they doing?
What do they come to you for?
No, I know what they come to me for, but you know, the rest of the time, I don't know what they are probably looking for or doing.
I don't think that is the case, Pinaz. Let me give you an example. We said you had 12 customers, right? You've had 12 customers over the past year.
Yeah.
Just write their names down.
Mm-hmm.
Write what they do, or where did you find them, or where did they come to you from. There will be a common thread.
Okay.
Definitely there will be a common thread. Maybe there will be a common thread, which is maybe their religion, maybe their nationality, maybe their hobbies that you would see. It is where they have interacted with you also that will give you an idea. Samar, do you have an insight on this? Where do you think your customers spend most of their time? You want it to be in serendipity, yes, I know. But other than that.
Yes. Can you come again? I answered all the questions.
Okay. So what have you written on where do they spend most of their time?
Online, like all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And in
online
events.
Okay.
And because I target women, so it has women can be home or at work. But I know what do they come to me for, regardless where they are, to solve a problem. A broken nail, bad hair status, headache because they need massage, some pimples on the face, whatever the problem is.
So if I have to tell you to narrow it down further, one key problem that she comes for.
A beauty problem. But because we offer so many services, it's very hard to minimize.
Forget about the services for a bit. Forget about the services for a bit. What do they actually come to you for? For a problem?
For pampering. To
Mhm.
pamper themselves sometimes. I don't know.
And why would, no, you know, I'm just driving you deeper into that. Why would you think that you are the one that can pamper them and not your competitor?
Yeah, this, if you're looking for a high-end experience, best products, best professional team, very nice ambiance, relaxing, yes, human interaction. If you're looking for any of this, then we are the place to be.
So that's why they would come to you. Plus, your pricing isn't as expensive as the luxury experience you're giving.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
So your comp set is the luxury ones, not the lower end one. Your competitor set.
It's a reasonable price for the experience you get. It's a good price. Of course,
Exactly.
many people would tell us, "Oh no, you're very expensive." Obviously, they're not our clients, our target clients.
Voila. Yes, exactly. Voila. And that's where you have to stop spending time with them.
Exactly.
You know why you have to stop spending time with them? Because you don't want to interact with them 17 times and still they don't turn up, right?
Exactly.
You have to do more with less. And that's where the effectiveness comes in.
That's
Anybody wants to share their answers?
So, yeah. So, I mean, that's where I want to step in. That, yeah, I also do face this a lot that, people are all the time saying that your product is very expensive and this is just something that you're doing out of home. So, I'm not really interested. But, in the beginning, it used to bother me. But now I think I'd rather stay with the 12 customers that appreciate my work than having a set of 20 people who are going to hackle with me and, eventually not give me the business.
So that's where your time cost comes in, because you're not spending much on your marketing, but you're spending more time on spaces where you shouldn't be spending. So just to highlight the fact that that's where your awareness funnel needs to get smaller so that your effectiveness gets more direct. The smaller the funnel, the more effectiveness it will give as well.
Exactly. I absolutely understood this, and that's actually where I'm driving myself towards slowly, So I think
who is your customer?
Slowly working.
If you have to answer these, So let's answer this question, Pinaz, and let's do that.
So who's my ideal customer is, somebody who is looking to get the best solution for their ideas. So they have an idea in mind and, they want to put that and bring that to life. That's where I come in. And that's the customer that I want to basically deal with.
And ideas in gifting or ideas in just something that you want to keep in gifting. So highlight, underline, triple underline the gifting, because that's your category, right?
Correct.
And say that sentence again.
What? The one that
say
I
that
just
sentence
spoke?
Again.
Yeah. So I want to look for a customer that wants to get their idea in gifting and bring it to life. They have an idea and they want to bring it to life in gifting.
Brilliant. Okay. How many times do you speak, engage, and interact with this customer? So let's go to the next question.
Okay. So this is my issue. As I said, I don't do it as often as I should.
That's fine. So what is the number right now?
I have that
what is
customer,
the number?
And probably I would just do it before an event, like, for example, before an event that I'm probably putting up, or before a festive occasion that's coming up. I just might get in touch with them at that time, which, as you said very rightly, is too late because they have probably already found that other person who has been with them 17 times and has got their engagement and their business goes to them sometimes. Whereas if I had been more proactive and had kept that momentum up, that, you know, this is going to be there, this is going to be there, not necessarily relating to the occasion or anything, but just out there.
Right.
Then maybe, you know, I'm still in their top 10 choices or top 5 choices or top 3 choices of when they want to make up their mind for the upcoming occasion. So that's where I need to really focus at the
great.
present.
Question 3 now.
Yeah. Sorry. The question
where do
3
they
was,
spend most of their time? Where do they spend
yeah, where
most
do
of
they
their
spend
time?
most of their time? Yeah, so they spend most of their time looking for gifting options, looking for something new, looking for something exciting. And I have it and I've just not been able to bring it to them, you know. So as I said, so I need to focus in that center part, that how many times have I interacted with them.
Great. Look, ladies, this is a 90-minute session, so I have to crunch it down and, you know, be very conscious of time as well. But this can go into a deeper dive. If you all want, we can probably have another session as well. But this is the science of how your customer would think of you and how consumer behavior works. So this is a continuous practice, right? So this might just be scratching the surface right now, but don't stop your individual journeys as well. But I have to be conscious of time, and we just have about 15 to 20 minute stops to cover the rest, the next section, which I have to cover. But yeah, Aradhana.
Armin, just a quick clarification. When you're saying who is your customer, does it mean who have been your customers so far? What is the typical type of customer you've had? Or who are your potential customers?
That's a very good question, Aradhana. And I would say you have to look at your existing customer first to get that profile in, because you already are running businesses, all of y'all. If it was a new business who's starting off.
Yeah. And when you say where do they spend most of their time, what do you really mean by that?
I mean, what do you think are their hobbies, their likes, their dislikes? Are they working? Just map a profile, a customer profile. Look back at their names, look back at their nationality, look at their demographic, their psychographic, and if you know where they are spending most of their time.
Right.
Okay. I've just left it very, very top line for this, because this obviously, again, can literally, these 2 slides can go into a 2 to 3 day workshop in itself. Right? But it's just giving you a starting point. And what do they come to you for? Summer, you answered that. Why would they come to you? You've answered that, Summer. Do you want to give a stab? Give it a stab, Aradhana, one of these questions, and then we can move to the next.
So for me, what do they come for and why? Why would they come to you and not your competitor? For both, the answer is pretty much the same. The uniqueness, the quality, the customization, and then the price that goes with it.
What is the most important out of these 4?
On-time delivery. So commitment.
On-time delivery is the most.
No, I said these are the reasons I feel.
The most important.
I think it's the uniqueness and the quality. I think I would say the quality and the customization.
Okay, that's good. That's
the ability to get what, you know, in terms of color, size.
Yeah.
More
awesome.
Like that.
Awesome. If you're confident about that, then that's the way it should
Just
be.
A quick
that's
one,
what you
like
should talk
for
about.
example, I recently did a beanie and a sun hat, a bucket hat for an infant. And so there the customization did require that the yarn should be soft enough and yet not be an acrylic. It had to be pure cotton. And then the colors were specific. And then the size and the fit was specific. You see?
Interesting.
So,
yeah.
So then I got
that's your brand.
Another sun hat and a pair of sandals.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
So I just want to highlight this, ladies, and I've said this a lot in quite a few of my sessions. For those who haven't heard it from me, will hear it now. the crux of it all is no one will ever pay you what you're worth, right? No one will ever remove money that you want in the same value, in the same amount, just like that. No one will ever pay you what you're worth. They will only pay you what they think you're worth, which comes to the question of pinas and the challenges that you crafters face, right? Why is it so expensive? You're just an Instagram brand. You're just this. They will only ever pay you what they think you're worth. But this is the golden line. But you control their thinking. How you control their thinking is by clearly addressing your brand, clearly being in the spaces where those customers only interact with you who understand your worth, and making sure you clearly communicate your worth. So the science behind that is you're speaking to the wrong customer if they don't understand your worth. Forget about it. The world is huge. Start speaking to the right people. You'll spend less time on convincing them. And your currency, when you have limited budgets and you don't have global budgets like millions of dollars, your currency is time. Ladies, I come from a very interesting background because of which I stand here, and I want to help and support each one of you. It's, you know why? It's because I have spent millions of dollars of big brands. And I know how that works and how effective that is as well. But I've spent my own money as well building my brand. And I want to spend your money, or I want you to spend your money rather, in the right way so that you save and go longer. Survive longer. The more you survive, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you'll earn and grow. Summer, you were saying something.
I'm sorry, I forgot to mute. No, it's good.
Okay. So the funda is that you control their thinking. The minute you think that you don't control their thinking is where you're going to lose that conversation. Any thoughts here?
Any thoughts you want to share? Is it deep? Does it make sense?
Yes, I want to share something on this line. Many of the customers, like I've been interacting within it a way, and I come across when it's about pricing, and they're like, because they are not buying, let's reduce the price. So I will just quote one example that we have lots of brands. And if you go through many marketing books or sessions, you'll come across that there are many brands like Blueberry, Burberry we have, then we have Chanel. They burn 36 million worth of commodities every year after earning the profit. The reason is simple, exclusivity. So that's what we are offering. Right, we are not earning our goods, but yes, I have spent my time. If I reduce a price just thinking because others might buy it, then I have not here for a charity. I'm here for a work. I'm here for a business. I am putting already a price thinking it will go. First of all, I'm new in the market. Why will I think of going for, like putting a high value? So I'm already low. Just others are thinking that I should go further more because I'm not a big brand. That's their problem, not my problem. And sometimes we have to be, praising ourselves and know our own worth.
Sumbul, I want to help you kind of shift a little bit of a gear or a mindset in that. Look back at your numbers and the frequency and the seasonality that you're doing your business in. You are doing your business. You're spending a good amount of marketing money overall. What channels you're using does not matter. You're spending a certain percentage, which is under the safety zone. You're not overspending, not like it's survey, but you're in the safety zone. The reason you might still not be getting effectiveness is the frequency only and not your pricing. When someone is talking to you on pricing, just cut that conversation and say, thank you very much. I'm not going to give you
Agreed on that.
Other than that, Sumbul, there are strategies which you can implement where you reduce your price significantly to get new customers, but those customers also will quickly buy from you, not after haggling. Because they understand your value and they just have a nature or a personality type that they are always going to buy on sale. Right? So that is the difference you track. So those things are something that you have to kind of go back to your existing customers and see what their behavior is, and just do a little bit of
But
mystery
Armin,
shop.
like also happen if I, for example, a 10 dirham thing I put for 20 dirham, I say, come on, 50% discount, and you get it for 10. Actually, it is for 10 dirham only. But just to attract them.
Yeah, this is where this slide comes in. You see what the title says?
Yeah.
This is where you have to strike the difference. For you as a business owner, who is putting a price to a product or a service, you need to be sure of what you want to do with that customer. Let's call them the cow right now, just for the sake of this metaphor. But you've got to milk the cow, not kill it in the first go. The cow should be right for you first and foremost. If the cow is right, you decide whether you want to milk it, means frequently get orders from them, or you want to kill it, means just take a big price check, take that first order and say, thank you very much, good doing business with you. That's the decision you as a business owner needs to make. Do you want to milk the cow or do you want to kill it? And there are three things that you need to probably consciously look at it. Every time you're doing an offer, every time you're putting a price to something, am I milking the cow? Am I killing it? Am I milking it, killing it? Milking it, killing it. These are the three touch points in this thought process or mindset that you should have. Do I give freebies? Do I do those small face swipes that you did, Aradhana, and significantly reduce the price for the trial? It could be your biggest win, but then frequency comes into play, right?
Right.
The second part, stay in touch, follow up, engage, comment on their channels with them, show gratitude, genuinely stay in touch after they have tried something with you. TOM, top of mind, Tom, is very important in this space. And then build trust. Make the relationship work. It's your duty to make the relationship work because they are direct. Once they've bought from you, the next time they will buy from you, they will not think so much and so much harder. They'll think less. So they are your easiest customers or the lowest hanging fruit. And they are your lowest hanging fruit and your highest potential referral source. Highest potential. So for you, some are doing, bring your friend in, do something else. These kind of, seasonal things that we plan are very interesting to kind of hone and retarget your existing customer base. And you build trust with that as well. Staying in touch, yes, you do that really well. There's room for more, but yes, it's a constant thing. Milk the cow, ladies. Don't kill it. Don't kill it on the first interaction. This is where your biggest win will be. And after you're milking the cow, while you're milking the cow, these are the two things that you can expect from that cow who's become your loyal customer. Then comes loyalty, then comes referrals, then comes recommendation, and then comes being the brand ambassador. Right? Making sense?
Yep.
Any last thoughts? My last thought is this. Stop driving value where there isn't any. Stop seeking value where there isn't any. And for all small businesses, a true connection can not only drive value in the first interaction, but it can go to so many different places. Huge potential there. Try to build stronger connections. Try to spend more time on that as a business owner. And keep those connections alive that you've already made and won. Those will be the most profitable ones for you. Well in time, ladies. Well in time for Q&As or thoughts, reflections. What do you think? Anything to share? Any realizations? Any refreshers?
Lots of realizations, and probably I'll come back to those vibes, but do it a little differently. I have some thoughts on that. But at the same time, it's the only thing is that managing stuff single-handed, it's not that one can't do it. One has to be very wise and smart in how you're using your time and your resources.
Absolutely.
So that is what one has to think of and work on, you know.
Yeah.
So because you're aware, I don't know about the others, but I'm an interior designer as well, and right now I'm in India for a project, and all my time goes there, and people tend to tell me you're spreading yourself too thin. But I don't know. I'm the kinds who likes to keep my time very full, because otherwise I'll feel, oh, I've wasted my time and I wasted a day. That's the way I am. That's the way I inherently am. So
See,
there are all
Aradhana,
kinds
someone who's running two different businesses or has two revenue streams also needs to focus on the prioritization, right? If something else is making you money, obviously you're going to focus on that, right? So there's no guilt. Reduce the guilt. Be more objective about it.
Yeah,
Your
no
passion.
guilt here. In fact, I'm hoping to integrate the two at some point.
That would be fabulous. And yeah, we have touched up on that when we met last time. So yeah, whenever you're ready, let's explore it. Samar, any last thoughts, any last words? What do you feel after the session? By the way, ladies, I'm sitting a wall away from Samar. I'm sitting at Serendipity in her massage room, giving me the venue. I have a meeting after this with her, and I said, Samar, I'm taking one of your rooms to do this session. So thank you.
You are more than welcome. You know, you're welcome anytime. I just want to thank you for all the info. It's very helpful as usual, and it takes time. People, you have to be patient. And don't expect miracles. But if you're doing the right thing, at the end, it will reflect on you and on your business. So that's my last word. Lovely seeing you all. I was not 100% with you today. I'm sorry, but I could manage the most. Thank you.
One learning, just one underlined learning that you're going to take away from this session.
The 17 times. I'll never forget. I'm gonna start counting really.
Okay.
And see 17 channels to target my audience.
Oh,
I'll start Googling. Maybe hypnosis,
nice.
haunting their dreams. I don't know. I'll come up with something.
You are so cute.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Pinaz, where are you at after this session?
Definitely, I'm going to start interacting with my clients much more. And I think I need to start doing some time management, getting my products out there. And yeah, I think that's the 17 times I think that's very important. I think that's something that I've really learned today.
Great. I'm happy. Yeah. 90 minutes well spent, huh? Sumbul, what about you? One thing.
Yes, Armin, a lot of things. Funnel is something new to me. IDA funnel, we just think of, but yes, systematically, we have never looked into this about the marketing. We come to know about it today. Inshallah, we'll use it. And yes, because of my comprehensions, I at times feel that there are more I can do, but I cannot do it. But inshallah, I'm lining up that and using my thoughts so that I can get more productivity, inshallah. Let's see, I'm already in a process to work with it. If it goes well, then I will have more engagement and more response from the customer, inshallah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So my learning from this, as someone who conducts these sessions, also there is a learning, there is an epiphany, there is an aha moment for a lot, for us as well. My aha moment today has been that I need to tell y'all very, very categorically that y'all need to just put a pin or pause, all the members actually, put a pin on and pause on everything related to marketing you're spending on. and relook at it with perspective. And I'm probably going to do more of this session with different people, because that realization is paramount importance. Because when you're in that zone, right, when you're moving, you don't know if you want to change or not. But when you just stop and then look at it, from the outwards, that's when you'll be able to make a behavioral change. Otherwise, you keep spending those 10 dirhams on boosting or 20 dirhams on boosting, and you're not getting anywhere. You're not getting anywhere. I'm not speaking about boosting, but even networking, even meetups, even the time spent on that. Where are your numbers coming from? If you just do it because you feel the need to be there because you're having FOMO, fear of missing out, you're not going to be anywhere. You're not going to have enough time on your hands. So quality versus quantity, vanity over value. Sorry, why do I say that ulta always? Value over vanity, not vanity over value. Value over vanity, ladies. Yeah. Value over vanity. Right? And vanity is social channels. Most important, most dangerous ones are the social channels. Yeah. Thank you very much. And thank you for your time. And I'll see you around soon. Take care. Bye.
Thank you so
Listen,
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
just for
Bye.
Don't go. One photograph, please. Quick one, just one photograph. You can switch on your cameras. I'm just going to click. Hold on, huh? The camera. Group photo, yes. Okay. Group photo, please.
Oh.
Did you get the yay? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.